My name's Peter Harrison. I'm the founder, owner and managing director of FGH Security. Lancaster is just an amazing university to study at, the whole campus experience. I still remember my first day on my undergrad, coming in and settling in. My mum brought me up from Bolton, just 40 miles down the road, and I lived in Fylde College. But you know, that first freshers week, getting to meet the lads that I lived with, real strong brotherhood connection, people I'm still friends with today. That was amazing. I must say, you know, some of the lessons blur into the background. Graduating was fun. Running the business while studying was fun, an absolute blast. But the people that I spent my time with, both on my undergrad and my MBA, still really good friends, and glad to know them. I suppose I should answer that in two phases. My undergraduate was great, and it's fantastic. It gives you that overview of business. I was studying management science, alongside a bit of mathematics and statistics as well. And the difference between going through it at that phase, whilst you're learning business at the same time, versus coming back 10 years down the line and doing an MBA, 2015, 2016 or so, was massive. So the MBA, you know, you need business experience before you get there, but once you start studying, it really widens your mind and it prepares you to go from having a small business or a medium business to really starting to grow and open your eyes to the world of trade and really what buyers and operations and marketing and finance are all about. I set up the business as a bit of extra money while studying in my first year at university, and it was just that. I thought I'd earn a bit of extra money. Turns out there wasn't as much money as I expected by the time I paid for the business overheads. But I graduated with an organisation with a £400,000 revenue and 60 employees, and I said to myself, well, actually, let's give it a year and see what comes of it. And the business doubled in size that year. I obviously had a lot more time I could spend on it. That was the undergrad. And after that, it's sort of, we were steady away. I've had some real highlights, you know, going on Dragon's Den, for example, fantastic experience. 8 million viewers on BBC, offers off the Dragons, growing the organisation. But it really was steady away for the first decade or so. You know, getting to the first 3 million was the real tough point. And after that, coming to do my MBA, learning the sort of strategies and tactics that can take the organisation far bigger, was the turning point for me. So post MBA, we've gone from 3 million and we'll do 40 million this year, and that's the difference of that executive level education. Nothing really that pretty. It's the daily grind. You know, working harder than your competitors every single day for days, weeks, months, decades at a time. Working smarter, you know, looking for the most cutting edge of ideas. There's not a single thing that we've done that I can pinpoint and say that was key to our success. Yes, the strategy was good, but part of the strategy, there's 100 strands to the strategy. People is probably the most important thing, by far. Getting the right people around you, whether that's advisors, frontline team, your management, your fellow directors, the professionals that you use. Working hard is one thing I put down. You know, you've got to do something to put yourself ahead, and that doesn't come by fluke. It comes through graft. Absolutely loads, and I can tell you that one quite specifically was learning about organisational culture, values, mission statements. I actually did my dissertation on annotating how our mission had changed over the years. I say changed. And when we first set up, our first customer at FGH Security was Lancaster University. And my promise to the university was, look, I promise you that my security team will not punch any of the students. It was really, really simple, and it was critical at the time. versus where we ended up 10 years later, keeping people safe became our mission statement. The same thing, keeping them safe, you're obviously not going to punch them, but alongside that, formulating our values more clearly. We had values which were established in 2003 with the organisation. 2015 was a chance to really start narrowing them down and putting them on pen to paper, with them etching them on the walls in the office and making them stick. It never ceases to amaze me all the interesting places we end up. I've loved deploying with my colleagues overseas, so annually we'll take 60 people on a coach to the Alps to look after people at music festivals on the French-Swiss border. The big sporting events are massive for us, so working at the Olympics, working at the Commonwealth Games, working at Eurovision. Because some of them, they only come to the UK every now and again, and right now we're excited about the Tour de France, which is going to be passing through Lancaster in 2027, and that is it's a once-in-a-lifetime type of opportunity to work at an event like that and keep people safe at an event like that. Knowing that we've played a part in keeping hundreds of millions of people safe while they're having fun, it fills me with pride, and that fills a lot of our people with pride as well, and providing employment and good employment and enriching employment to well over 15,000 people now since we started is also a key highlight. The main lessons, you will make mistakes. I think the trick is to fail fast, make more good choices than bad choices. But wow, I mean, I still make mistakes 23 years down the line. The trick is to make far more good choices than bad choices, to fail fast, to learn fast, to allow others within your team as well to make mistakes and not be chastised for it. If you try something new and you've got rationale for it, then fair play, and that's what innovation is. Balancing the books is the big one, especially when you care so much about people and you work in a safety capacity. Sometimes we're making calls around the boardroom, and the number one thing for us has to be keeping people safe, and that includes keeping our team safe as well. So you can't always do that with an eye on profit at the same time. Some things just that keeping people safe has to come first. So balancing the books and making sure that we're sustainable and profitable can be a challenge. I'm not that money orientated. I've got a great finance team, but I can splash the money on the organisation and my people and the public before I look after myself and the organisation, and that's a bit of a problem. The number one thing would be work hard. I do think there's some narrative out there that makes you think that you can maybe do it differently, working less. Entrepreneurs, show me a successful entrepreneur or a successful sports person, someone who wants to be the best in the world at what they do. And that could be an academic as well. And I will show you someone who gets up before everyone else to start work and works later than everyone else when they've gone home.